what's up? This is Coach Stokes, Stokes House Boxing Academy. You got to stay ready so you ain't worry about getting ready.
Frank Tate, the champion. Michael Nunn, the challenger in command. There was a crisp right by Tate that landed to the face, flush on Nunn's face.
3 solid punches by Frank Tate.
Combination by Tate, but no effect. Oh, Tate goes down. Looks like he's holding his eye, Gil. I don't know.
Looked to me like a left hook to the body.
Looked like a punch out of nowhere, a phantom type punch. We couldn't see it.
It looked like he got hit in the solar plexus. Let's take a look at that punch that dropped Frank Tate. There's a right jab, and there he sets it up for that uppercut. And there it is. There was a left hand to the solar plexus, is what the punch was. And Frank Tate did not see the punch coming.
He just got the wind totally knocked out of him. And he survived the 8th round. It is now round number 9. Michael Nunn trying to finish Tate off. Let's see. The Goosens were arguing. Now, I had mentioned that his eye looked to be in trouble. They thought it was a thumb to the eye by Michael Nunn.
Well, the punch that he threw when he dropped him was a left hook to the solar plexus. And Mills Lane is carefully looking at Frank Tate.
A blistering attack by Michael Nunn. The crowd going wild. And Mills Lane has stopped the fight. There's a new champion. A new IBF middleweight champion. And he is Michael Nunn.
With a brilliant performance. A completely one-sided fight. A tactical fight. A beautiful fight by Michael Nunn.
He was in command from the start.
And you know the funny thing, Steve, as good a fight as he fought, if I was in his corner, I would have expected more out of him because he set Frank Tate up so many times. He could do anything he wanted with Frank Tate.
Michael Nunn and his fiancée celebrates. She's on the verge of tears.
I think she just fainted.
I think so.
She disappeared from view.
Almost like that punch to the midsection of Frank Tate, and we couldn't see. And the chance of Michael, ring out. Mr. T and company celebrating with Michael Nunn. A tough night for Frank Tate, who has been dethroned. Josephine Abercrombie, the head of the Houston Boxing Association. Long night. Mr. T from the Michael Nunn family.
That was a brilliant performance, Steve. Typical Michael Nunn, side to side, uses his legs, shows you the right jab, feints, steps over, you don't know where he is, and then he hits you.
The new IBF middleweight champion, Michael Nunn. Let's take a look at some of the action there towards the end.
See, he takes those steps before he throws the punch. He threw a punch, he didn't stand right in front of the guy. He hit on him, and then he come back and hit him. And you know, punches, when you don't see them, those are the ones that really hurt. You're not prepared for them. And Tate was perfectly happy to have the fight stop.
And now we'll get the official word from Chuck Hull.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mills Lane stops the bout at 40 seconds of the 9th round. The winner by a TKO and new IBF middleweight champion, Michael Nunn.
Everybody, those of you that know me, know Coach Stokes, knows that this person that I'm interviewing was very, very prevalent in my life, man. You know, I started boxing in 1987. And, you know, during that time, you know, you had, I mean, guys like Pernell Whitaker, Evander Holyfield, you know, Frank Tate, you know, you had all them cats that's up there. Matter of fact, this cat beat Frank Tate. Just to let you know that. But he was my favorite and still is my favorite. And you call anybody from my hood back on West Side, Rochester, New York, and they'll let you know my favorite fighter was Michael second to none. Michael second to none, man. And I got him on the show today, man. And this is just so prestigious for me, man, because those of you that know, he was a big idol in my life. And I know you ain't supposed to use the word idol, but he was that dude during that time that made me. I'm gonna tell you, I got my hair cut back in the day. I ain't got no hair now, but back in the day, I got my hair cut like him. I got a box just because he was rocking the box. So big dog, big brother, big Mike, how you doing, baby?
Man, I'm doing fine this morning, man. I'm thankful to be able to do these podcast things with you, man. And I want to say hello to you and your wife and your children. And it was a great honor to meet you guys as well. So I'm looking forward to it, my man.
Brother, man, I'm looking over your record, man. You had a phenomenal record, man. 58-4 with 38 knockouts, and you fought real deal legit, fighters, man. You wasn't picking and choosing like it is today. We're gonna talk more about that, but Mike, before we start, brother, man, thank you, man. Thank you for seeing you, man. I'm glad you home. I'm glad everything is working out well, and it was a pleasure just to meet you a few weeks back. And also, this brother just got inducted into the California Boxing Hall of Fame as well. Great job, Mike. Great job, brother. Mike,
thank you very much, brother. Thank you.
let's start off. How did you get started in boxing, Mike?
Well, believe it or not, as a young kid growing up in Davenport, Iowa, just running the streets, doing a lot of crazy stuff, in and out of stuff. And, guys told me, hey, you want to box? Go down to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Always out in the street fighting and stuff. And just, being young and being misguided, being misdirected, thinking that was a thing to do, not knowing no better. And, I like to give special thanks to a lot of the older guys. A few of them are still living. A lot of them have passed over the years, but they kind of like led me in the right direction and told me to go to the gym because they seen I had, real good hands and stuff. And they're like, hey, man, you might well do something with your hands because, on the streets, that ain't where you use them hands at. Use them inside the boxing ring. You're very talented. You need to, capitalize on your ability and try to do something with your skills. And thank God, I followed those older guys' tutelage and was able to go on and do some real positive things in the future. So I'm very thankful for them guys. Everybody always look at the fighter, but they fail to realize the team that we have behind us, whether it's the family, the friends, the coaches, and things of that nature, even the fans. So I'm just thankful that I had them guys in my life at that time to kind of like guide me because, I need to be directed, had a lot of energy and just didn't know what to do with it. It was just me misusing the talent, not actually knowing what to do with it. And, I'm very thankful for their tutelage. And I want to give special thanks to the ones that are past and the ones that are still living.
Mike, true story. 1989, I found out I was going to the National Junior Olympics, and they were in where? Your hometown, Davenport, Iowa.
Oh,
I
wow.
knew I was going to meet Michael Nunn. I knew it. I was like, yo, it's going to be in Davenport. We drove all the way from Rochester, New York, all the way to Davenport, Iowa.
Wow. Was that at Palmer Auditorium?
Yes, it was.
Chiropractic Center? Yes, I remember that. Okay.
Yes,
I think I was. What month was that? What month was that?
That was doing like that had to be man. It had to be either almost spring. I'm not sure, but it was warm. It was warm.
Okay. I might have been in preparation for a fight at the time, but I vaguely remember now that you say that. You know what I'm saying? It was great having the national tournament in my hometown, which was kind of weird because they don't usually have national boxing tournaments there. But I know it was an honor for a lot of the people to get an opportunity to come to Davenport. And when they talk about Davenport, that'll be forever known in the history of boxing. They're gonna like that guy Michael Nunn. He was from Davenport, so I forever put Davenport, Iowa on the map when it comes to boxing.
You should, hey, with anything, because I see guys now, and I see Davenport, and I'm like, oh man, my man Michael Nunn, he's from Davenport, Iowa, because I had never even heard of Davenport until you placed him on the map. But when I got there, he was nowhere to be found. Of course, you was in training camp, you was somewhere abroad, I guess you had to be. But I was like, man, hopefully one day I can meet you and.
Well, ain't no time greater than the present, brother. I'm glad we finally was able to meet. Thank God for that.
Without a doubt. Who were some of your favorite boxers growing up, if you had any?
Believe it or not, Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard and, Tommy Hearns and guys like that, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, they all inspired me. But, Ali and Ray Leonard mostly. But, like I say, I used to go to the Kronk Gym and work out with the guys up there back when I was a youngster. And I want to give special thanks to Emmanuel Stewart and the coaches at the Kronk Gym and all the fighters, Milt McCroy, Thomas Hearns, Lou Stephen McCroy, and all the guys, Dwayne Thomas. I mean, they just had a whole rack of guys, man. And by that being, by Detroit being in the Midwest, it inspired me to work hard, and maybe one day I could be a champion. So, I'm very thankful for them as well.
You was around a bunch of killers. Them brothers could fight.
Well, no doubt about it, man. I mean, I remember going to the Kronk Gymnasium back in the day, man, down there on Junction and McGraw in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. It was amazing, man. This old raggedy building, but you go in there, man, it's like a sauna, man. And to be down there, you had to know how to fight because, hey, them guys, they come get you, man. So, I mean, if you can survive the Kronk Gymnasium, ain't nothing you can't survive in boxing because they're going to put you through all the tests that you got to endure to be able to become a champion. And, being up under the tutelage of Emmanuel Stewart made it even better, but it was great, getting an opportunity to go down there and train with them guys. And, they showed me what being a champion is all about.
Now, this era that we got going on, of course, I call it the social media era. A lot of things are different, like we talking right now on Zoom. But what do you think about this generation of boxers today compared to the generation that you had back in the day? So, meaning like your era of fighters. Better yet, let me get to it. The fight last night, Canelo Alvarez versus Caleb Plant. We talked a little bit about the fight, but how would you have fought that fight if you would have been in with Canelo Alvarez?
Well, believe it or not, with my style of fighting, I would have put myself in a position to throw a whole lot more punches than what Caleb was throwing. I mean, he had the right strategy as far as his boxing ability. I just don't think he was busy enough with his hands, and he wasn't landing enough effective shots to offset Canelo because, you got to understand, Canelo's one of the better fighters in the world today. He's in great shape, and he's well-conditioned, and he comes to fight. Not taking nothing away from Plant. He fought the perfect fight. He just wasn't busy enough, you know what I'm saying? And my thing was always getting on top of a guy and smothering him with the punches. Sooner than later, either I'm going to stop him or he's going to take a beat for 12 rounds. But, when you get hit with a lot of shots, man, it upsets you. And you got to be busy, man. You can't just, fake a guy out of position and not punch. There's a lot of times he hit him out of position, but he wasn't being used with his punches. But, it's going to take a good, sharp, strong boxer is able to fight 12 hard rounds with Canelo because one thing I like about the kid, he's always in great shape. He's a dedicated fighter. And it's a proven fact because you don't fight this long and be successful without not being dedicated because it requires nothing but true dedication. And it shows you who you really are, especially when you want to be the best. And, that was phenomenal what he done. I mean, what a real good fight. We don't take nothing from Caleb. Caleb just got to get to the gym and he got to get a little more hungry and fight a little bit harder. And it's an experience. And it's something, it's his first loss. And, this makes or breaks fighters. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you get a lot of guys that are undefeated. Once they get beat, they can never, redeem themselves. So now he gets an opportunity to be able to come back because he's only 29 years old. He's still young. So, I mean, he look like he keeps himself in pretty good shape and he's got good skills and good talent. He's got to be a little more busier with his shots. You know what I'm saying? He's got to play some shots a lot better than what he was doing.
Wait, Mike, what do you see different from boxing today, Vice, when you was on the scene back in the day? It's totally different.
In my era, not to take nothing away from the era today, because they got a bunch of good young fighters that I like today. And when we was doing it, just like the competition was a little bit different. And of course, to get title shots, we had to put ourselves in a position to get title shots. It seemed like it's so easy to get title shots today than it was in our era. And I want to thank the 10 Goose Boxing Organization for always putting me in with the best guys and the toughest guys. And that's all we want to do is be able to fight and beat the best guys. And I thank God for, having a good team of people around me to be able to make that happen. But, boxing's changed, which we know. I mean, you got so many good fighters out there. My thing is bring them together and let them fight. Let's not get on TV and talk about how great we are on the internet. Let's get in the ring and prove it because, I'm from the era from Muhammad Ali, the Sugar Ray Leonards, the Marvin Haglers, Thomas Hitman Hearnses, and the Roberto Durans. I mean, you screaming it, just, prove it by getting in the ring and fighting. And, I think here now that we're going to see the more creative fights because these promoters need to come together with the fighters. And let's find out who the best is. I mean, let's not talk about it. Let's be about it. And fights are won inside the ring. So, we can talk until we turn blue in the face. It means that let's get in the ring and let's prove it because that's the only place fights are won in the ring. They're not won at press conference. They're not won in gyms. They're won inside the boxing ring.
All right. You brothers hear that because I have a lot of fighters that come to me. I train my sons. I work for, only elite amateurs and professional boxers. But I wanted to ask you this. I get a lot of guys to say that they want to turn pro, but their amateur record is garbage or they don't have a amateur record even to build off of. So asking you, world champion, Michael Nunn, what would your words be to those fellas that want to transition from the amateurs to the professional ranks? What is it that they
There's
need?
nothing wrong with guys. There's nothing wrong with guys want to be amateurs and turn pro, because 9 out of 10, that's the guy's goal, is to be a good amateur and then to graduate is to be a professional. My thing is, when you get ready to turn pro, just be ready, man, because understand it's a business, man. It's a job, and it's not going to be no cakewalk, especially when you're trying to be a world champion, because you fighting guys just as good or better than you. So guess what? You're going to have something to be able to contend with these guys, and that's going to, whether it's going to be conditioned or whatever, you're going to need that, because turning pro it's a job, man. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, and you got to always remember, be prepared to be ready, because boxing, you don't play box. And that's what I want all guys to understand, or young women that are turning pro. It's a job, and you got to like bust your butt. You got to be dedicated, and I mean, you got to be a very hard worker if you're going to, reach top heights. If you're going all the way to the top of the game, you got to be in tip-top shape, man, because that's the only thing going to get you there. Talent don't get you there. It's going to take a combination of talent and a lot of hard work, man, and a little luck as well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody wants to turn pro, but I mean, turning pro is not no cakewalk, man. I mean, especially when you're trying to reach that elite level. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, hey, there's no place for it. Just get yourself in the best condition and try to get the best team around you, and 10 toes down, go hard as you can go, man, and God willing, you be successful.
That's right. That's right. Hey, I want to ask you this. I want to run some names by you, and I want to hear exactly just what you think about these fighters. All right. Sean Porter.
Sean Porter's a good fighter, real rugged, real tough, and very competitive.
Okay. Gervonta Tank Davis.
Oh, he's a Mike Tyson in his division. I mean, he's knocking out everything that's moving. Tank Davis is a real good fighter. He's one of the top young fighters in the world today, and I enjoy watching him fight. Great fighter.
Devin Haney.
Don't know too much about Danny, but Haney. But I seen some clips on him on the YouTube. Right, I think he's a good fighter, good combination puncher. And his last fight, I seen he was in a little trouble, but what he done, he showed he could take a good punch, and he was able to respond and come back and continue to fight. So it's always good to see a young, good fighter get clipped on the chin and see how he responds, because you gotta understand, when you're leading the race, it's always easy for you to do things. It's what happened when you're in the adversity. And I guess he got caught with a good shot, and he showed today, he was in good shape, and he was able to overcome it and go on and get a victory. So I like to see him do well, and I like to see him fight to Tank Davis and a couple of other younger guys in that division that are real tough.
Okay. Teofimo Lopez.
I've got a lot of respect for that kid, because when I seen him fight, when he fought named Lomachenko, when he beat him, I mean, he shook the world up with that fight, because a lot of people didn't think he was going to be able to win, and for him to go out there and beat one of the better fighters in the world and a good fighter, hey, you got to give a kid respect, man, and you got to give him props. He went out there and he done what he had to do. He beat the champion, and you can't take nothing from him. So he's definitely one of the better younger fighters in his division, and like to see him fight.
Okay, your old weight division that you used to run. We already heard what you said about Canelo, but the Charlo brothers.
The Charlo brothers, I've seen them fight a couple times. They're good fighters. I like them. They're real busy, and they fight real good. And they seem they're gonna be around for a minute. So I like the Charlo brothers. I like both of them. Okay. It was the Darrell kid that fought the other day. I like him. I mean, I had never seen him fight, but they said he's been fighting, and I guess he was like a 2-time world champion. It's just I was off the scene for a minute, so I never really seen him fight. But the kid is a good fighter, and that uppercut he threw last night, he hit guys with that. He's gonna put a lot of guys down. So I mean, I'm talking about the kid that fought last night. Right. His name Darrell.
Darrell, the dog. Yeah, okay. Anthony Darrell.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, David Benavidez.
Now that's one everybody's talking about. That's when I want to see Canelo fight him now, because a lot of my friends, they tell me about him, and they said he's got to beat. I mean, so hopefully Canelo will take a little time off and get back in the ring. Maybe him and Benavidez can make it happen. Seems like a real competitive fight for the 168-pound title.
Right.
Him
right.
Super middleweight. So it should be an interesting fight. I mean, the kid seems like he's ready, and I mean, he's won all his fights up to the point. So now it's time, to see what's really going on. And I mean, you got to understand, Canelo's at the top of the food chain, so everybody wants to fight him in that division. So I think he's the future champion in the make, because they had a number of great things about Benavidez. Said he punches, boxes, he does everything. So I want to see him. Yeah,
he is. Mike, what do you have going on
doing podcasts and just relaxing, enjoying myself, man, and
You
waiting
calling
on
out
some
anybody?
opportunities to present myself. Pardon me?
You calling out anybody? Anybody want to dare get in there with you for like a
Well, one thing about that, man, I'm like this here. I want to fight whoever wants to fight me because you go back through the history of boxing and I never got the opportunity to fight the guys that I wanted to fight, and I always had problems getting the super fight. So hey, it's whoever wants to fight, man. The old man keeps himself ready, and so whoever wants to fight me, you know what I'm saying? I don't like calling nobody out. If somebody want to fight, we can fight, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They
you
know.
and Roy. You and Roy.
Pardon me?
You and Roy.
But you know what? I've been trying to call Roy out since I've been home. I've been home. It'll be 3 years, February 6th this year. So Roy knows that whenever he's ready, we can get it on. I mean, him and Mike Tyson put on a great show. So who knows? Maybe me and Roy can get the ring and finally get it on.
Maybe we can make it happen
whenever he's ready.
I wanted to show you something, brother, because my wife put this together. But
that's nice. That's nice, man. Well, you thank your wife, man. Thank your wife for me.
No problem. Your Hall of Fame picture, the shirt that you autographed for me. I wear the other one. I wear the black one. I wear the black shirt. So I wear it all.
All right, it's like you bought two, so you can wear one and put one up. So that's a blessing, man.
Come on,
thanks
man.
a lot, man.
You already
thanks for the support. And I feel honored being, hanging in your house, man, because I know you probably got me up there with your family and stuff. So that's something special, man. So thank you very much. Thank you, your wife, and your children, man.
You are family, brother. You are family. I just
thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I really appreciate how you just open up your arms, because I wanted to meet you, but I kind of lightweight really didn't want to meet you, if that makes sense, because you could be like, you know what, I like this cat, I've been following him, and then when you meet somebody, and you meet them, they are a jerk. You be like, man, hold up, man.
Yeah, well, mother always told me, treat people the way you want to be treated, man. And I gotta understand that, people know who I am, so it's always a blessing when people want to meet you, and you want to be right with people, man. You just want to, you don't want to be no asshole. You want to be a legitimate guy. And that's one thing anybody knows about me. I'm gonna shoot it to you straight from the curve, man. And it's gonna come from the shoulder, man. It's gonna be real and raw, and it may be uncut, but it's gonna be the truth. And hey, understand it, man. It's not personal. It's always just, just being who you are, man. And it's always honor when people meet me. And I'm very, talkative to people, and I think people that know me, they know that.
Brother,
it's all about respect at the end of the day. So I mean, it was you're human just like I am.
That's right. It was more than what I ever expected, man. I was on a high that day. My wife was like, "You good?" I was like, "Baby, I'm good." I was really, really good, man. Because I met you. I called my boys up. It's like I'm sending the pictures out. They was like, "Oh man," and they was happy for me because they knew.
Well, man, I'm glad we was able to meet, man. I mean, ain't no time.
You did so much in my life, brother. You did so much in my life, for real, man. You really did.
It made me feel honored, man. And I'm glad, that you're doing what you're doing. And I mean, you stay focused with them boys, man. You seem like you got a lot of talent. And just like anything else, you got to be in shape and ready to go, man. And I'm sure up under your tutelage, you got them up under the right trainers. They're going to be okay, man. And just train hard and be the best they can be.
Mike, before we get off, man, I really appreciate the time. Can you let everybody know if they want to follow you, if you have any social media platforms, outlets, how they can get in contact with you, or how they can go ahead and order some of your shirts, to be supportive, if they can do anything.
Well, I got a website, Second and Nunn. We should have it posted within the next couple of weeks. It's going to be Second and Nunn, which is me, Michael Second and Nunn. But if you want to reach me, you can reach me boxernunn63@gmail.com. That's my email address.
Hey, this is Coach Stokes. You're on with me and my favorite boxer in the whole entire wide world. That's Michael Second and Nunn out of Davenport, Iowa. He's doing it big.
The one and only, baby, no doubt.
The one and only. We appreciate your time, big dog.
Michael, congratulations. You seem to have things your own way from the first round. Why was the fight so easy?
Well, I told everybody the fight was going to be easy, but I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. I just work hard so I can prepare for these kind of moments. This has been my goal since day one, to win the world title at Caesar's Palace, and it must have been predestined because this show happened tonight. And thank the good Lord up above.
Michael, did you sense that he was getting frustrated early in the bout?
No doubt about it. I trained for movement. I know Tay can't deal with movement. He said he fought Elijah Day and Carmen Williams. They don't have the style that I have, and I proved that tonight to the critics and the media. And I'd like to thank Mr. Bob Aaron for going to bat for Michael Nunn. Hey,
Okay, one
on me.
Let's talk about the knockdown now. He seemed to run right into a left hook to the body.
No doubt about it. I thought it was a knockdown. With Mills Lane, the referee, I guess he's doing his job. He said it wasn't a knockdown. Got a little frustrated.
At the end of the round, he called the knockdown. Sure did. We're going to see
The second one, I hit him with one prior to that and hurt him. But they didn't count it as a knockdown.
We're going to see the replay here. Let's take a look at it.
Now watch this clean shot. Okay, I'm getting on him. Is this the first knockdown or the second? I think it's the second. Now watch. Okay. Oh, this is the end of it? Okay, I hit him with that left hand, and then I went up underneath to the body there. Back with the left hand. And hit him with a combination shot. I hurt him, and Mills Lane stopped him. I'd have knocked him out if Mills wouldn't stop him. But he's doing his job like Michael Nunn's doing his.
Okay, Michael, thank you very much. A masterful